Coming live from Menlo Park, California, USA is our guest this evening. Welcome to this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through their industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have Dmitriy Richard Starson, and he is the founder and CEO of Passio Inc, a machine learning company specializing in on-device machine learning and real-time user insights. More we'll learn from Dmitry itself. Welcome to the show, Dmitry.
Thank you so much, Ajay. Great pleasure to be with you and your audience. Looking forward to sharing some awesome stories today.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. And as we have been telling, it's a joint presentation between Passio and the KJ Masterclass Live. And we'll be talking about the future of AI-driven nutrition and fitness coaching. So straight first, I would like to, because I'm based in India and so many people are there in India who have heard about artificial intelligence, about machine learning and several things associated with it. But there are many people who want to understand even the basics part of it. And who better than you to tell us, before we talk about what AI can do, what exactly is AI? It is artificial intelligence, but how does it work? What do you do? Is it like Google search? Because every time we are listening about artificial intelligence in copywriting, artificial intelligence in something else, and then you are talking about artificial in nutrition and then fitness coaching. So first, if they understand, they would be able to have some better image about artificial intelligence in mind and understand it better. Dr. Dmitry Starson.
Let's do this. Yes. So it's interesting. The world today is so much impacted by AI that we, at least here in the Valley, in Silicon Valley, we're taking it completely for granted. And then you really need to get out of the house and look around and to understand that the world is not necessarily yet fully driven by AI as our lives are here. But artificial intelligence is a massive force in the world today. And the work that we are dedicating here at Passio is specifically focused on leveraging this tremendous power of artificial intelligence to make the world better, to enhance human lives, to make lives healthier. AI, in its kind of simplest form to explain this, it is the next generation of code. When we think about what computers can do for us, historically, computers have been able to execute our commands, execute the code that programmers like myself and my team write. And it was basically, you tell the computer what to do and you write code and it executes those commands. It's been pretty linear in nature. Right now, the situation is changing because what we call artificial intelligence or neural networks are starting to do things that historically you could not code in a way in using the patterns that we used before deep neural networks. For example, computers are starting to be able to see extremely well, meaning that whenever you're showing pictures and real world cases, like what we will share with you guys today, you can point right now your camera at a plate with food, for example, and all of that food is recognized. This is a subset of AI called computer vision. We are on a daily basis, we're seeing computer vision in self-driving cars, for example. If you thought about this a few years ago, like before 2014, like before last decade, basically, writing code to recognize patterns in computer vision without deep neural networks, without what we call artificial intelligence today, it was extremely impractical, if not impossible. But we developed this new framework of technology, which is colloquially referred to artificial intelligence. It's not a strict definition, but it is kind of what you ask. What I was thinking about it today, and really what we are referring to AI today is deep neural networks and extreme deep neural networks that are able to do computer vision at a superhuman level. So you show it any scenario, like in the self-driving car, or in our case, we do computer vision in every other vertical. You can point your phone at a skin condition, and it will tell you, okay, this is the skin condition you're likely to be dealing with. Computer vision in self-driving cars, computer vision in robots, computer vision in food recognition, cooking robots, etc. So deep neural networks enable that set of applications that was not practically possible without deep neural networks. And then it goes many steps into other dimensions as well. So it's not just computer vision. Now neural networks are able to be trained to recognize voice and answer the voice. So this is text to speech and just general understanding of natural language, which was not practically possible without deep neural networks, without recurrent neural networks that are used today. And the final component of this, that AI, when we used to write code before deep neural networks, if the computer did something wrong, we needed to write if-else statements and be very dogmatic about what should be done. It basically us writing instructions to the computer. Right now, with deep neural networks, the situation is different. If something goes wrong, we show what is the correct answer, and neural networks learn by adjusting weights. So instead of us telling the machines what the right answer is, we show the correct examples and allow machine learning to statistically learn what the right answer is across multiple domains, from computer vision to natural language interaction to modeling things into the future. Instead of being deterministic, it becomes essentially a learning experience where machines are learning from data and are able to make inferences based on what they've learned, rather what a programmer is deterministically writing for them. Hopefully, it was kind of a long-winded explanation, but it painted
Yes, yes,
color.
yes. One small question to this is that where do these machines learn from? Like, for example, in Google, when we type a query, Google, we understand that hundreds and thousands of computers are connected, and this is the internet, and then it finds the best answer for you, because so many people, companies and individuals, they are all on the World Wide Web, and there are other so many directories and thousands of other things. But does artificial intelligence also, does it learning on the same things, or is it a different sort of thing that it derives all its knowledge from? Why I ask this is, when we are talking about copywriting, I can tell you I've come across more than 50 of them who tell that they will do the copywriting for you, and they come to know about me, and they give you probable results which are by and large correct. Many a times they are not correct. Then that is where the human intervention is required. So they are already searching the internet. Is it just the only source for the artificial intelligence to learn, or they are consulting some other books, some to learn more than what is available on the internet?
It's a wonderful question, and those are there are three examples. Let's quickly explore. So one of the examples you ask is Google search, which is the quintessential example. This is why Google today is the dominant force in AI. Is the way they engineered search is every time you type a query, for example, it shows you the more likely result, the likely results. And if you click, for example, on link number 3 rather than clicking on link number 1, or if you click on link number 1 but then you immediately go back, what it does, it gives the neural network that runs the search behind the scene a trainable data. So it basically, for example, if you are looking for John Baker and you are in Texas, you will get different results than you would get in Michigan, for example, because the neural network have learned over time to differentiate between, to take into account multiple inputs and learn with every query. For example, if you showed a result for Michigan when a person is in Texas, the neural network would learn, and the person went back. This is a learnable experience. And Google is doing this better than any other company. They are introducing learning into every interaction with their user. So this is kind of a quintessential example of machine learning is Google search. The second example you mentioned is uh, um, text generation and natural language AI systems like GPT-3. And it's a giant neural network. A neural network is basically, you can think about it, a set of nodes with weights, with numerical weights that adjust themselves when you feed them trainable data. And so GPT-3 in this case was fed nearly the entirety of the world's corpus of data. So, and the way it works is they just let it roam, frankly, around the internet and learn from Wikipedia and from other publicly open sources. And once you've allow a machine to read it, it creates those patterns. It adjusts those weights of the neural networks in such a way that it's able to perform quite significant tasks that can be fine-tuned for a specific question and answer session, or for writing copy for you, for writing the Twitter post, for example, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you kind of teach one ginormous neural network like GPT-3, which takes, well, hundreds of, if not thousands of days to train on the most powerful machines today. And then you can use that network to start creating copy or interacting with people in their specific domains. And this those models, they do learn by reading the large corpi or corpuses of data that are fed into them. And then again, you can also, obviously, when you're fine-tuning, you can do the same thing as with Google search. You can basically learn from users based on the specific interactions. But the difference is, instead of retraining and adjusting weights of this giant neural network GPT-3, you only adjust the weights of the last layer of the neural network. So you kind of have the general knowledge, and then you've got domain-specific knowledge where the neural networks adjust and learn themselves. And then the last example I'll give is what we do here at Passio. We train neural networks to recognize and to do computer vision, specifically mobile computer vision. So you point your phone, or eventually you will look through your smart glasses, and it tells you, okay, this is, let's say in the construction environments, it will tell you, okay, this is a living room, and this living room is under construction, and you've got concrete walls. Paint these walls for me in augmented reality. So computer vision, to train computer vision networks, what we do, we collect tremendous amount of real world data and synthetic data. We generate data using things like Blender and Unity. We've been partnering with Unity for a long time to generate synthetic data sets, but now we can also use AI to generate synthetic data for us. So for example, models like DALL-E, Mini, or Stable Diffusion, we are using those to generate synthetic data. And we've got a large team of people around the world who collect the data and tag this data. So, for example, they would tag different foods on the plate and say, okay, these foods, whenever you point your phone, those foods should be recognized as such, as such, as such. And then when this interaction is happening, when users are basically starting to log their food or use different applications that we are powering to interact with their nutrition and healthcare, our neural networks learn in the similar way as Google's from interactions, from the user interactions, to make sure that if, for example, you're trying to log your meal and the recognition did not work. So, for example, maybe you're trying to log chicken tikka masala, and it's telling you that this is something else, right? That maybe this is a stew. You can correct it, and it will learn. It will add those images into the computer vision system. And I would be delighted to show examples as our discussion progresses.
Right, right. In fact, learning about artificial intelligence a better way, and from a person who actually knows about these things, is something wonderful. And now that at least I feel that I'm more educated about artificial intelligence, I can now also understand exactly what AI is doing in terms of nutrition and fitness coaching, that Passio is actually trying to revolutionize this particular space. And we would want to understand that. In short, if you can tell us before showing this slide exactly what Passio is all about, and what is it doing in terms of nutrition and fitness coaching, because then I will certainly want to know how a person who was into hardware certainly came into the software line, and which led to this particular revolution in artificial intelligence use.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. So we at Passio, our mission is to elevate humanity with the power of AI. I believe that artificial intelligence today represents the largest lever society has to solve some of the most challenging and most important problems facing our humanity. AI is able to help us, for example, track nutrition, which has been a big gap in healthcare. We today are treating cancer and diabetes by giving people drugs without understanding what people are eating, and this is just not the right way
Okay,
to go.
right.
So this is one of many of the countless numbers of problems that artificial intelligence can solve. And my background, my technical background in physics, in hardware, and everything I've done so far positioned me well just to learn how to learn and how to understand and build complex technical teams, advanced technical teams. And I knew that when we were starting Passio, that this decade, the 2020s, will be the decade when we'll leverage and harness the power of AI to solve challenges in healthcare, in fitness, in sustainability, in energy generation. And every aspect of our lives will be touched and redesigned. So you can think about this as a superhuman thinking about the problems facing humanity. And this has been our mission, to build systems, to build software that enables us, humanity, to leverage the power of AI to get ourselves out of the trouble and the mess that we created in sustainability, in healthcare, and other domains of human life and of human experience. And this is what we are doing. We are on a mission to build the best and most efficient AI systems, AI technologies, to solve real world human problems, from home remodel to healthcare, and then giving our toolkits to people around the world so that they can build AIs that solve their problems. So we just launched our platform, which enables training of AIs that leverage Passio's tools, and people are building apps for inspection of tires, or for inspection of skincare conditions. And there will be countless applications of where humans can build AI assisted systems to solve real world problems. So that became the nexus of Passio. Our mission is to elevate humanity with the power of AI. And what we are building easy to deploy AI modules that can be integrated into applications, enterprise applications, to add domain-specific AIs. And we also have a platform that enables creation of those domain-specific AIs.
Right.
So it's actually probably much easier to show it than to tell. To give
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I was
maybe
about to say that. Feel
maybe
free. We would like to
let's
listen to
share
you as well as see what you are going to show to
let's
us.
share with your
Yes.
audience one of the examples, and I'll talk through these examples. I'm not sure. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Wonderful. So let me mute and just narrate the video. Essentially, this is our nutrition AI technology, and we've been privileged to power some of the most exciting and large scale applications. What you can see here is
Yes.
we're pointing our phones at food, and those foods are immediately recognized. We're powering MyFitnessPal, for example, which is the largest fitness app, or one of the largest, most important fitness apps on the planet. You can see here that a user points their phone at the food, and all of those foods on the plate, they've been just recognized at the same time and logged at the same time. Let me try to get to the higher resolution here. So you swipe your phone over the plate with foods, and your tray is populated with the foods, that are recognized with their amounts. So bacon, scrambled eggs, and you can basically see the full list of foods that just appeared in your tray. We recognize over 1.5 million packaged foods through barcodes, UPC codes, and we also read what's on the packaged labels. But you can see this experience. Historically, if you wanted to track your nutrition, for example, you needed to write things down in a diary or type things. Or if you wanted in real time to understand what's the caloric density, is this food healthy for you, how many calories is in this food, it was very, very difficult. And right now, all you need to do is you point your phone at the food, it recognizes the food, it measures the amount of food for you, and it can tell you how many calories. Is this consistent with your diet? Is this consistent with doctor prescription, right? And also it enables you to learn about your nutrition and to track your nutrition so that you later can share it with your doctor, with your provider, or with your fitness coach. So what you can see happening here, it recognizes that this is a muffin, but it doesn't know exactly which type of muffin it is. So a user can select a more specific kind of muffin. So in many cases, computer vision is still not able to do everything for us. And what we develop user interactions that combine, that merge basically a human with AI to allow for a good outcome. We recognize, so for example, here you will see that the recognition changes from coffee to eventually it will say coffee with milk here, because basically it saw that you poured milk into the cup, and now it knows that this is coffee with milk and not just coffee. And obviously it offers you alternative options, like maybe this is coffee with soy milk, right? So but this in a nutshell is the magic that we're here developing. It allows you to interact with food, interact with nutrition by leveraging AI. You point your phone and it tells you, okay, those are chocolate chip cookies. This is the number of calories, right? Or you've got here the scenario where somebody's cooking their salad, they swipe their phone over this chopping board, and you can see that the entirety of the foods on this chopping board appeared in this tray, from diced peppers to sliced red onions to celery, etc. And so what you can see is basically like magic. You swipe your phone now and it knows what's the nutritional content is, and it knows the ingredients on the plate. So you can imagine a variety of applications, from people learning about nutrition to people ordering food to people. Eventually, this can be combined with robotics to help us cook food. But essentially, what Passio's SDK enables in this particular case is computer vision, logging, and information, providing information about nutrition and food in real time, right? So imagine, for example, you are a dietitian or a coach, and you tell your patients, okay, let's try to implement a keto diet or ketogenic diet for you, or a low sodium diet, right? Historically, patients wouldn't know, okay, is this keto friendly? Is this does this food have low sodium? Is it consistent with what doctor prescribed? With our technology, you can point your phone, or eventually it will be all integrated into smart glasses, but right now it's phones. You point your phone and it can tell you, okay, this is consistent with your diet, or it's not consistent, and here is an alternative for what you can try.
Right, right. This is wonderful technology. So earlier, or some people still, they used to take pictures and post it on social media. Now people will take pictures, but that will be for nutritional value of a particular stuff that they are about to eat.
Exactly. And so it offers this completely unique view, completely unique perspective into the field of nutrition and food. Imagine now what opportunities it opens up. It opens up opportunities like when doctors can see patient meal logs, we're finally able to make correlations between nutrition and health outcomes or healthcare costs. We can start coaching people in real time using on-screen suggestions. Okay, maybe reduce the size of the portion, or next time try this ingredient instead of that ingredient, right? This interaction historically required presence of a doctor, and this is why it's not been efficient. And also, because tracking food has been complex, manual tracking has always been complex. People did not do this. With this type of technology, it's becoming easier and it's becoming more engaging. And so, what we're able to do, we're starting to be able to collect this data, give it to doctors, so that we have the information that doctors need to improve the quality of your care, to help you eat healthier and be healthier with your overall life.
Right. And when are you actually, when people can use it? Is it that after the show they can go and download this particular app? Can they start using it right away? And does it know about all the dishes in the world? Because there are different cultures, different food. How does it work out there?
This is a great question. We are recognizing thousands and thousands of foods, including a lot of Indian foods, and we are rapidly expanding our data, especially of the Indian foods. We are available today. So what we provide to our clients and customers, we provide SDKs, which means basically we provide modules that are powering third-party applications. Right now, the largest application that uses our computer vision technology is MyFitnessPal, which is available in India for iOS and Android users. So you can definitely go ahead and download MyFitnessPal. You can download, we are powering about a dozen applications, including many that are available in India, but definitely worldwide. We've been privileged to power Sydney, which is the Anthems application, and we're partnering with quite a few of the world's leading fitness apps, including Simple Life, Vivante Health, and quite a few others, where users and patients can try things out. If you would like to integrate our SDK into your application or learn more, the best way is you can just point your phone right now at the screen at this QR code, and it will take you to a scheduling page to connect with our team, and we will give you detailed examples and talk to you about integrating our SDKs into your app or building an app from scratch using our technology. And we're launching multiple applications. So, for example, we've got an application that is coming out later this year, which enables users to to follow different meal plans. And we're constantly adding those applications. So the best way to choose which application is ideal for you is to follow us. We are constantly posting when we launch with new customers, when we launch new applications powered by Passio. We share this on passio.ai, and obviously we're posting it across our social media channels. And if you are ready to start the integration, please connect with us. The information will be both shared in the different channels where we are streaming this, and also by scanning this QR code, it takes you immediately to the scheduling link to connect with our team.
Right, Dmitry. Now, there will be obvious questions about data privacy. How do you plan to address that?
This is such a
Because,
great question. Yeah.
yes, because people will think, okay, from my phone, and your app, it goes to you. That's fine. It is understandable. But what you do with that data, if you integrate with medical professionals, then again there has to be consent required. This is such a big problem, a big question which is need to be answered. And then I'm asking several questions at the same time so that you can answer them at leisure. Then there is a question of insurance companies. When they have my full data about my health, my diet for the last several years, and when you go and ask for an insurance, they may deny your claim later on, saying that you had a unhealthy way of living and you did not declare that. And because you were prone to diabetes and so many other things, you know how several insurance companies are and how it has been. So there can be claim rejections. So it needs to be, a lot of people would want to have that assurance about their data privacy before they understand it further.
This is such a wonderful question. And this is actually one of the questions that Passio was born to address. So one of the interesting things you said is that it is understood that whenever you are scanning your food, that the data goes to Passio. And this is actually not the case.
Okay.
We as the company are focused on very specifically on mobile AI, which basically means that the entirety of our neural networks, or the majority of our neural networks, run on user mobile phones. And the data, let's say you're pointing your phone at the plate with food, this data never flows to the cloud. The processing happens on the phone. And this is so instrumental for user privacy. This is exactly what Passio was created to resolve, and why healthcare companies trust us, because the entirety of the AI sits on the user phone, and you can basically put it into the airplane mode, and computer vision will still work.
Okay.
So what we enable this privacy. You don't want necessarily the AI to sit and be owned by, let's say, Google or Amazon, sit on Google servers so that they learn all of the information about you. You want to have your own AI that sits on your phone that you basically control. And this is what we enable. So this is a profoundly important question. And I think that the majority of AI companies today, they don't focus on this. And we do. This is what we enable. We enable fully private, personalized, and privacy secure, privacy protected AI that runs on member phones. So The second question that you so whenever you create your meal logs, that information does not have to flow to
Okay.
providers. Now,
Okay.
the second question you ask, there is a different spin on your health insurance questions. We work with health insurance companies, and yes, if you are tracking your nutrition and you are eating unhealthy, there is a way for your costs to go up and for you to be denied insurance. This is a very similar situation as with cars, right? If car insurances give you a tracking device that you can install into your car, and if you drive in a bad way, in an unsafe way, your insurance costs go up. And this is your choice whether you want to track nutrition or whether you want to install this device into your car. So if you don't, then insurance companies, they put you into an so there are a couple of scenarios. If you track your nutrition and you eat healthy, then you get the discount. If you don't track your nutrition, you just get an average rate because health insurance company don't know what to make of you, right? And if you obviously track your nutrition and you eat unhealthy, then they would penalize you. And if you are eating unhealthy, then you have a choice not to track your nutrition and not to show them this data. Like, for example, I'm not a very good driver, and so initially I chose actually not to share my driving data with my insurance company, and uh, and I was just getting an average rate. But recently I switched my mindset from, okay, these guys are tracking me and penalizing me, increasing my costs, to the system actually helps me be safer driver. And I've got my safety score for my car on my phone, and I actually now started to play this game where I'm trying to get to 99, so that because if you improve your safety score, at some point I can qualify for self-driving, basically, in my car. And it just makes me a safer driver. And you can think about this in the same way with nutrition, for example. If you choose to track your nutrition and you eat unhealthy, yes, you know you will get penalized. But if you choose to eat healthy and use this technology, A, you will reduce your insurance cost, but B, you also become healthier. So it's a kind of a double-edged sword, and the important part for us is that because the system sits on your phone, it's your decision. It's not your doctor's decision. It's not your insurance decision. It's your decision whether you want to do this and whether you want to track this data and share this data. That's the important part, in my opinion, is give this control to you, to the patient, to the person, and do not give this control to the insurance company. So that's kind of, I think I'm glad you asked this question, because I think that this is how the world is supposed to be. The control should be in the hands of the patients. And I believe that our approach to building AI actually gives this control to the patient.
Right, right, Dmitry. The good part is that you have come out and explained things the way you see it, and it's up to people who want to see a particular thing as a hindrance or something which can be beneficial, as you shared in terms of driving. So that is fine. Till as long as you are giving that information, then that is transparency, and that is welcome. That's the reason I asked you that question.
That's a great.
Now,
I love answering this question because, frankly, I think if you had many CEOs uh, of AI companies today, they would try to justify the reasons why the data needs to flow to the cloud. And our approach is, no, let's not do this. Let's make sure that the data is private from day one. And this is one of the reasons we started Passio, is because I believe AI should be personalized and the data should be controlled by end users.
right, right. CEOs should not consider human intelligence less than artificial intelligence. Suppose, just see, if artificial intelligence created by human intelligence can be so intelligent, just think about human intelligence. Won't they understand if a CEO is telling truth or a lie? They can see through it. They have a better vision without any artificial intelligence vision creation. Obviously, it will take time, but people see through it. And companies who will be much more transparent will certainly gain that trust. That's what I understand from my point of view.
Yes, yeah.
Right. So now let's move on to the adoption part. How do you want to you actually put it out in the market? Is it that people have to pay for it? If not, where are you actually launching it all across the world? Is it it's an app so anybody can start using it? How does it work for you? At the end, you have people working for you. People will be working behind it, and they need to make it profitable. So how does it work? How is the adoption going to happen? Which are the markets you are looking at? And specifically anything about the Indian market. I understand you have some certain tie-ups here in India. Please again answer them at your leisure. And
Those
I
are
can.
great. Love those questions. Yes. So this we've been absolutely privileged to be in the market already. We're integrated. So this AI technology that we developed, it's available inside of some of the most exciting apps on the App Store today, including MyFitnessPal is a quintessential example. It's a large fitness app, over 200 million downloads. They pioneered the space of nutrition tracking. We are launching new applications regularly right now with different partners. We've got, for example, our technology embedded into Sydney Health, which is Ansem's application. We've got our technology embedded into ShareCare and Vivanta Health and quite a few others. We've got a virtual AI construction advisor or home remodeling advisor, where our technology, what it enables you to do, it enables you to point your phone into your room. It recognizes your room, and it allows you to recolor, repaint your walls, and also understand different conditions of your room. Let's say there is a crack in the wall, so computer vision will tell you there is a crack. And this application is used to help people select paints and select home remodel products. And in this application, we are live on the App Store with Jazeera Paints. It's one of the pioneers in the home remodeling and painting space in Saudi Arabia, and they've been a phenomenal partner for us. We're really enjoying working together with their team. So we are available today, and we are on phones of millions of people with applications like MyFitnessPal, Simple Life, and quite a few others. So the monetization and the adoption of those technologies is very, very important. It's no longer theoretical. We've been privileged to power some of the world's largest applications, and this is only growing. We are in discussions with one of the large insurance companies in India to bring this into the Indian market. And I've no announcements yet, but we're very actively in discussions, and I cannot wait to get us into the hands of users in India. But for me, the second part of your question was, what's our relationship?
But I will interrupt you here because that's important. When is this thing happening? When will you be actually in a position to announce that deal with the Indian insurance company?
Hopefully within a month. But will be up to them. This will be up to them. But yes, we are. We established very good relationship, and I really hope that it goes forward, and we bring this to millions of people in India. I think it will be game changing, and obviously our.
Okay, tell me, Dimitri, is it a private? It's a government insurance company, or it's a private in the private sector?
It's in the private sector.
Okay.
It's in the private sector, and probably until the ink is dry on the contract, we probably should not be talking too much more about this. But
Right,
yes,
right. I
one of the
understand that.
large
Right,
insurers in India, and we're very excited about this primarily because we as the company, so Passio, we have an absolutely amazing partnership with a company called Mind Inventory,
right,
and they've been a part of our full-time team for over a year and a half now. So we established this partnership where we've got over 15 people working with us as a part of our team full-time in India, and building our software together with our team. And this partnership has been just absolutely remarkable for us. Uh, the team is incredibly hardworking, incredibly sharp. The quality of the engineers that we are working with is off the charts high, and the just the overall approach to business from our partners at Mind Inventory, I was beyond surprised initially. Now we kind of got to expect this, so but the bar was set extremely high, and this partnership kind of completely changed my. I've never worked with Indian partners, the partners in India before. My first couple of efforts were in hardware space where that partnership would not be possible, but right now, as Passio, we're building software. We were able to bring this amazing team on board, and the engineers we work with, they support us from iOS, Android, React Native, so the entirety of the mobile stack. We've got engineers supporting us in the backend and front end development, and also design work, and every aspect of software development basically that Passio does. And we do a lot of projects, as you can see. We've got an AI platform, we've got mobile AI products in remodel space, in nutrition space. In every aspect of that work, our engineers in India are working hand in hand as the part of the Passio team. And so for me, taking some of our technologies and bringing them into India is also a big part of what I would love to see happening sooner than later, because this partnership is so important and has been so instrumental to our success. So I want to share it back and bring this to the team, to the people in India as well.
right. So that will mean a lot of downloads for you immediately as soon as that adoption is complete. That
That,
partnership is inked.
yes, that would be pretty wonderful. Yes.
Okay, okay. And is it that the deal will only be with the B2B businesses, or is it that you people are directly dealing on the retail level? Individual people can also directly get into that system. How does it work?
Yes. So Passio, we are an enterprise company. Our platform, which enables creation of AI, you as an individual can go and start using it. There's no, you can build your own AIs. When we build applications of our AI, we primarily partner with companies. So there will be no, we do not envision, for example, a nutrition app called Passio. We
Okay,
envision apps like MyFitnessPal. We've got partnerships with other applications. So we've got an upcoming launch with the brand Naya, where we build guides for health and nutrition. We basically power third parties. We go. Our technology touches consumers. So Passio, for example, works extremely closely with end users. But our core technology, core platform of Passio is to power other brands, other applications. Some of them developed by Passio, so we can develop an app and give it to consumers, but it is always branded under our partner brands.
right.
But if you want to create your own AIs using our technology, then yes, you basically go at Passio.ai and connect with us, and we can set you up and you can start building your own mobile AI applications using this technology today. We started the launch of our platform this month, and we've got several teams already, including two teams in India, for building apps using our AI platform.
Right, right, Dimitri. So you have very well talked about your current work. What is the vision that you're obviously not going to stop here? You are young and you have got so many things in your mind. You are creating, you are into that whole business of creating something for humanity, for a better quality of living. So, what is your vision regarding this whole industry? Where do you want to reach with all the knowledge of Caltech and so much of your entrepreneurship and our understanding of AI, the software, and that is the trend that is going to drive humans towards the future. So, what's your vision
Wonderful.
regarding
This
this?
is a wonderful, wonderful question. I believe that in a few years, technologies that Passio is creating will lead to a situation where through your smart glasses or through your phone, on your phone or in your smart glasses, there will be virtual AI assistants coupled with human assistants and human professionals like doctors that will be able to tell you and me what is your optimal diet, what is the most sustainable sets of products to buy, what products should you buy to optimize your sleep. All of the questions that we are facing today as humans on the individual optimization level, all of the pains that we're experiencing. So for example, I don't know what should I eat for dinner. Is it healthy for me? All of those things, they will be augmented by virtual assistants that will be personalized to you, that will be optimized for sustainability, optimized for privacy, and optimized to really help you address any aspect in any area of your life that you would like to improve. And I would like Passio to be the leading company in the world building those personalized AIs and helping companies to embed those AIs into their services, so that if you are interacting with your health insurer, for example, there is an AI module, an AI doctor, or an AI nutritionist sitting inside of your health insurance application that understands you and helps you your insurance costs to be lower and helps you to eat healthier and fully understand you. Our modules that we are creating are enabling this. So we want to enable countless companies on the planet to build AI, custom AI, and provide them to hopefully many billions of people. I believe that Passio will be embedded in at least half a dozen, if not hundreds of applications on every phone of every human in the world, moving in the coming years. And in this world of the future, when AIs are able to help us and understand us, I think humans will be happier and healthier, more productive, more secure. And this is the world we're excited to build.
Right, right, Dimitri. So, do you think that artificial intelligence will be able to help in this big debate that's happening about climate change? I don't want to
Most
say whether
definitely.
a lot of people are saying it's all farce. Some people are saying so. That's a debate.
No.
I would not like to get into whether it's happening or not happening. But whatever we are seeing in front of us, can it help bring about a change in the way our planet is being treated by so
I
many
think
people?
I think it's not just the answer is yes, it can, but the answer is also yes, it must. I think that the AIs that we are developing must be solving for sustainability. This is the biggest risk, or one of the big risks. Now, unfortunately, we've got other risks that are different in nature, but climate change is the existential risk for humanity, and this is everybody's responsibility to be solving this. And I believe that AI has an absolute incredible power to do this. And there are multiple ways where it plays out. When we build our product recommendation system, so for example, you track your nutrition for breakfast and lunch, and then AI gives you a recommendation for dinner. Okay. Our responsibility as the company, as Passio, to make sure that this recommendation is optimized not just for cost or for your nutrition, but it's also optimized to be sourced in the most sustainable way. Why don't we recommend an organic farm that's local to you so that we cut on the cost of food delivery? Or no, not the cost of food delivery, but the environmental footprint, basically, of food delivery. So all of those recommendations, AI can start guiding us towards more sustainable purchases. So for example, when you are remodeling your home, you're holding our virtual remodel assistant, we want to recommend the most sustainable paints. If you are trying to live more sustainably in your house, you point your phone or you look through your smart glasses and it tells you, okay, this set of products, this set of detergents that you are using, it is right now sitting inside of a giant jar. How about instead of using this giant plastic jar, you just buy, there are solutions for detergents right now that I'm using. They're shipped inside of pockets like this. It's a flat pocket and you just tear it out. And the amount of savings that you get from shipping, just the shipping cost, it's a concentrated detergent. And this is because I learned about this. But what we are building as AI recommender systems, it's our responsibility to build those recommender systems in such a way that they guide us towards more sustainable solutions. And I think whenever each of us have an AI advisor, it's the responsibility of companies like Passio to make sure that those AI advisors are forced to advise us towards more sustainable solutions. So when I think Amazon is not doing this right now, they are optimizing for cost. I think they should be optimizing for sustainability. When Alexa is making a recommendation, product recommendation, Amazon is obviously starting to go in this direction because they realize that we all share the planet. And I think this is one of the things that I'm very passionate about. I think we are, as creators, as technologists, have to be developing AIs that move us towards a more sustainable, more green and prosperous world at the same time.
Right. And so how do companies, people, how do they connect with your company? Who is the right person to connect?
Yes.
Is it you? Is it anybody else? How does a common man or a common company connect with you?
Are you able to kind of show my screen right now?
Yes, I can.
So please connect with us. If you use this QR code, it will immediately take you to the scheduling page. You can also sign up at passio.ai for our updates. So if you go to passio.ai, you can sign up for our updates. You can follow us on LinkedIn. I am very active on LinkedIn and on Twitter, sharing information about Passio every single day. For example, yesterday we posted a post about how you can use generative AI to generate images of foods. What you are seeing on your screen.
I saw this. I was like trying to understand, is it that some other AI has done some work?
Exactly.
And advanced AI is refining that word. Does it mean that?
Isn't this crazy? So what you can see here, these on the left side of your screen, these are pictures taken by a human of the real food. Okay. And these are the pictures that DALL-E, the AI, generated completely. So these are not real pictures. These are pictures generated by the artificial neural network. And you cannot distinguish which one is real, which one is not anymore. And so here is another example. These are the pictures of brownies that are generated by humans. It's basically the real world data. And these are the pictures of brownies generated by AI. It's completely remarkable what AI is able to do today. But yes, I'm very much encouraging everybody to visit us at Passio.ai. And if you want to integrate our technology, please connect with our team. If you click here, it will take you to scheduling a demo page, and you just fill in your information and it will schedule a meeting with our team, with somebody on our team.
Right, right. So, great. So people now know how they can connect with you. So my last question to you, Dimitri, is looking at the future. Now, everybody wants to work. They are always looking at the right places to invest, right places to work, and right places to live. And that's how they plan things. But then every plan does not come out the way they are envisioned. You have to be you that capability to see the future. A lot of people want to do that, but then only some people can see the future. What, according to you, will be the 10 most, or whatever comes to your mind, 5, 7, 1, 2 valuable companies, say around 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 10 years from now, so that people can start, if they may not exist now, but 10 years later they would be the ones for people, that those will be the bigger ones. So how do you see this whole space panning out, which will impact people's lives, livelihood, and the place they would want to stay? So a company may come up, say, suppose you are investing somewhere in a small place in India, and I know 5 years down the line, it is going to be a big center. I can plan things there. How do you look at this particular thing? This is my last question.
This is the wonderful question. Especially in the light of everything that we discussed. I believe that there is multiple forces right now that are transforming society in multiple ways. And when I think about investments in general, I think about aligning my investment portfolio with those big trends that I believe are societal trends in nature and will transform the fabric of society, which basically means that whoever is leading those spaces will dominate the future and is responsible for actually making sure that this future is good. But the broad societal trends that I am observing, that I believe will play a massive transformational impact. There are quite a few of them. It will, and I probably will miss some of them, but I can enumerate things and companies that I am excited about and I am following. So first and foremost, in the AI space, obviously, I'm extremely passionate about what we are doing, and I believe that, like today, for example, when you want to buy something, you go to Amazon or you go to Shopify, or one of the stores powered by Shopify. We're creating a future where there will be a personalized AI that helps you buy and select products and live healthier. And it will be as important for everybody as Shopify, for example, today for small businesses. So instead of being just a vanilla web page, there will be countless AI assistants specific to each business. And I believe that those domain-specific personalized AI experts that every business can use will become a commodity or not a service, basically, that Passio creates and brings into the world. So personalized AIs and augmented reality modes of interaction with those AIs is a massive wave. The two separate directions that are interfacing with this are AI in general and companies that are creating AI and are enabling AI. So Google, I believe that company will continue to dominate the world's zeitgeist for years to come because they've got massively powerful AI. OpenAI will become and continue to be a massive player, and existing incumbents like Microsoft, who are just basically will have to buy their way and leverage their amazing engineers to build they will not let it go. So basically, all of the digital pioneers, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, um, Google, they will continue to lead and dominate the space. I think they will only become more powerful, massively more powerful than they are today. And I think from the investment standpoint, it's a no-brainer. I think there is nothing on the horizon that I can see that would um, change this. Then there comes a different dimension, and this is a massive societal transformation, which is not happening as fast as I thought. But I have personally a complete confidence, and I'm personally investing a big part of my portfolio into this is augmented reality. And I think eventually the glasses that you're wearing on your face will substitute or replace the phones. I think it will happen this decade. I've been wrong on this on the timeline of this before, but the reason I truly believe in augmented reality, and I believe Apple as the pioneer will lead the space, but I also think that there will be a massive new player in the space. I think Meta, which used to be Facebook, they will become a hardware leader in the same way as Apple is today. This is I may be wrong on this prediction, but if I were to make a weird uh, a prediction that's not necessarily mainstream right now, I do believe that that Meta has a shot at becoming a hardware platform that will rival Apple in many ways with what they're doing in augmented reality. I think everybody will be wearing glasses that will replace phones or massively disrupt the
Right.
phone
I
market.
saw your tweet on that.
Yeah. This is my belief. I'm obviously looking at this a little bit from a very skewed lens because we are building software for this space. So yes, it's a little bit talking my own book here. Then so those are, and the third component, the third leg of this stool, basically AI AR, is I'm absurdly bullish on companies that enable the hardware in this space. So for example, I think Nvidia and AMD, they will continue to go up and up and up because they are building they're they are creating the foundations. We as humans will consume data and consume information, consume compute. Every ounce of compute, there is no limits of what we can do in computational space, and every ounce of compute that Nvidia can print will be consumed. So I think it's kind of an infinitely large market. There is no limit of their market opportunity, and so I'm very bullish on companies like Nvidia, Taiwan Semis, and everybody who is building the hardware substrate for this future. I think they have phenomenal opportunity. So next would be sustainability and companies that enable sustainable transport like Tesla. And there will be newcomers that enable sustainable flight, for example, like Joby Aviation and others. I believe that electrification of the entire transportation and energy generation industry is a humongous trend, humongous opportunity of this decade, and companies that embrace it and leverage this will both thrive and benefit the world in a remarkable way. So those are the industries that I understand extremely well. Obviously, another dimension of companies, we are finally opening the space frontier. My first company, we were a hardware aerospace company, and I hopefully will continue my work in that space in the years to come. But right now, obviously, there is an absolute amazing shining star in the world that gives everybody hope in what Elon Musk is doing with SpaceX. We will be able in this decade and in the following decade to start colonizing Mars. We will be able to build global internet constellations that will make internet completely abundant across the planet. It all is possible with the Starship and work that SpaceX is doing. I think it will be a remarkable opportunity for us as a species to expand into the universe, and that's another trend where I think investments, when SpaceX goes public, if they ever do, that would be absurd opportunity, like century-wide opportunity for investment.
Right, right. And where do you see humans in the center of all these developments in technology, artificial intelligence, augmented reality? Then you've got AR, VR, and hundreds of other things. Will the human be the center of all attention as a almost like a guinea pig for technology to experiment on it, or will it be that the humans will be the center for all technologies to make their lives better, whether on earth or on Mars?
You know, in all honesty, I don't think that things will change too much from where they are today. We are evolving, and our lifespans will increase through synthetic biology, through human augmentation, through using AI. But I think at least for the foreseeable future, humans will remain humans. We will still do our humany things, and they're beautiful things. You know, I don't think that like there's a lot of talk of AI replacing jobs or AI replacing humans, and I think that I'm like, if anything, my life taught me this is not happening. This is just overblown. I think we will remain humans, and we will lever. AI is a technology for us, and it will become eventually a partner. There will be opportunities for us to interact with AIs that are becoming more and more conscious, that are becoming more and more interactive and useful to us. But I believe that humans, for the foreseeable future, for at least this decade and up, will continue. The situation will not change for us fundamentally in terms of human experiences, human emotions, and the way we perceive. The transition to us becoming kind of a new species, where we, for example, embed ourselves, like if you go into concepts like singularity, for example, where we're merging with machines. I think this is a little bit further. I'm not focused on that time horizon as much. I am more focused on what AI can do, and AI will be a partner for us in the next decade. We will be able to interact, leverage, learn from AI, but it will not fundamentally change us as a species. The same with medical applications. We will be able to replace our aching parts of our bodies so that we are able to live much longer, but we will not suddenly upload ourselves into computers and become a different entities. That is a little bit, it may happen eventually. How it will happen, I think it's anybody's guess right now. I think, but for the next for the next decade at least, and probably a couple of decades, things will continue in a fairly predictable way. Biological humans will take a long time to replace with non-biological entities. I'm not. I'm not. I think the direction of this question, it will take a while. I would be focused on what we as humans can experience and build, and how we can improve our lives as humans, instead of us thinking ourselves as guinea pigs for technology. No, I think it's the other way around. We're building technology to increase human experience on the planet, to make our planet better, to expand into the universe, and then at some point there will be those transitions to us being more digitally embedded. But this is further. I think it's not a near term. It's not as near term as is pertinent for us to be conceiving today.
Right, right. Humans will remain humans. even though
For a while, I
yeah,
think
maybe
this
for a
is
while.
my focus. I believe that AI today needs to elevate humanity, and that's the mission of Passio. So this is kind of a good place for us to wrap this up. I believe that AI and technology should elevate us as humanity, not replace us as humanity.
Right, right.
Then in a few
When
decades,
Dimitri says it, when Dimitri says it, it's quite an assurance. So with this assurance that humans will remain humans at least for a while, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Awesome. Ajay, thank you so much. And thanks everybody for listening in.